Hello everybody, how's it going, and welcome back to the As Always podcast. I was thrown off completely there. I don't know what happened for G.
Do you want to start again?
Let's start again. What the fuck was that? Hello everybody, how's it going, and welcome back to the As Always podcast. This is episode 173. I'm one of your hosts, James, and I'm joined as always by Tyler.
As always, how's it going, my friend?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Doing well. Happy to be here. Happy to be here for another As Always podcast, the second to last episode of all time. So there's a lot to get through, a lot to discuss. We had a great episode yesterday of the Clubhouse podcast on Patreon.
We did.
Buzzing off that. That had some classic moments of all time. So I feel like I just got off the call with you and we're back on again, which is exciting. And I just want to continue that momentum of hilarity because I don't think I've heard you laugh that hard or me laugh that hard in a long while.
It was funny. It was a funny one.
Yeah. Anyway. Shout out to Hugh Janus for that.
Big shout out.
Big shout out to Hugh Janus for that. Really appreciate them. They really stood out. But anyway, if you want to listen to that, great idea would be to head over to patreon.com/as-always. And for just as little as $1 a month, you get exclusive access to the best podcast on the internet, the Clubhouse podcast, that you can listen to over 150 episodes right now. You can stream them. There's so much great content there. Go check it out, including the latest episode that we were just referencing. It's awesome. And even if you're just supporting us for the last 2 months, or however long we've got, it's only a month. Jesus, it's the 30th of November today. So by the time this comes out, it'll be December. So the last month of As Always, but then it'll be relaunched by James Solo. So there's still going to be content there. It's not dying forever. So there's still a future there. Plus the catalog of Clubhouse will always be there if you're subscribed there. So there's that also.
Yep.
It's pretty awesome, I think. You know? So go check it out. And thank you to our producers that make this show happen. We quite literally would not have lasted as long as we did without them.
True.
That's the truth. So thank you to Baron Keane, Connor Cedar Sam is paying James's water bill, Damien the Not So Orange Gnome, Ferentino, Flash Paradox, Jordan O'Toole, King Richard III, Radoc, Tyler the Goat, and Ballsack 47. Thank you, Swift Inch Lads, on about this podcast, James. I just realized something. Ballsack 47's account has an email address on it.
True. Well, they all do, don't they?
Yeah, they all do. And this is a random thing to say on the As Always podcast, it's not Clubhouse, but one of the great characters of the Clubhouse podcast is a man by the name of Ballsack47. People on the As Always podcast may know. He's been an elusive character, always been a producer level, always been one of our biggest patrons in terms of, financial support. We really appreciate him. But also a great character in terms of stories. He's been on the Clubhouse podcast early days, and he disappeared 2 years ago for telling one of the great lies, one of the great fibs of all time. I wouldn't even call it a lie. I'd call it a straight up fib. It was a straight up fib. Fibbity fib. One of the great fibs of all time. About how they had sex with Riley Reid, and then that got to the point where we realized all their stories must be bullshit because we believed him, thought he was one of the great characters for so long, and then it's been years. He just never responded, never said anything, and just disappeared, but never left, never stopped being a patron. And then for whatever reason, years later, I look here at a list I look at every single week, 4 years, and I look at it and I go, why haven't I noticed that he's got an email address? And if we wanted to contact him and get a response, we potentially could.
Yeah, exactly. We could reach out,
unless he died.
I mean, that's obviously a possibility. That's definitely a possibility.
Do you ever think about that?
There's people in the community
regularly. There's so many names over the years that I know as commenters, as characters in the comments from the old days. I still remember people from my first 100 subscribers. And the first shout out videos I did and those sorts of people. And then there's the people to the community now and everywhere in between. There's people that just obviously leave and for whatever reason just stop watching, they're over it, move on with their life, other things happen. But there's got to be also people that just died and we never knew.
True. There's got to be a few of those.
Have you ever thought about that? At least one.
At least one, I mean? Yeah. I mean, the odds are, the odds are at least one. Yeah. At least one person that watched our stuff and was part of the community is probably dead.
And we'll never hear about it.
We'll never know.
We'll never know because I don't think they died and their family goes, we should let know the YouTubers they watched. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
we'll never know. I hope not. Hopefully nobody has died, but probably at least one.
Some people need to go.
Some people need to go.
Natural selection. There's too many people. Sorry,
There are too many people. There are a few too many people.
Thanos was right. No, obviously. Hopefully nobody. But I'm just saying, statistically, it's likely, and that makes me think about it, and it worries me.
Yeah.
I'm like, who could it have been?
True, because there's a lot of people we haven't spoke to or seen
like
for
Dr. Ordle?
a long time.
Dude, what happened to him?
Dr. Ordle.
Dr. Ordle,
classic. Bro? He just
no
vanished
one knows
one day.
Who that is. No one knows
Nobody.
Who that is.
There is not one person listening now that knows who that is. I feel like I could guarantee that.
Yeah, and people who say they do, maybe they've back listened, but they weren't there. You weren't there.
You were not there.
I truly believe no one was there at the beginning that's still here. I'm like, they can't
There's
be.
no way, and like, there's no way there's anyone that was with us in the trenches in 2014, 2015 that is still here now. There's just no way. I just don't believe it.
You want to talk about the Great War? We're talking about 2014, 2015 Assassin's Creed community. That's what we're talking about.
Oh,
we're talking trench warfare, bro.
Yeah.
We're talking multiplayer videos, daily commentaries. We're talking news updates on the tyranny of King Washington. We're talking Unity. We're talking Rogue. Like, it was fucked.
Amazing.
It was fucked.
Amazing. When the Dead Kings DLC dropped and everyone went, whoa, this is better than the main game. And
the greatest mistake Assassin's Creed ever made was not making the Arno sequel. That's a video I did. That's a video I did.
The greatest mistake. I mean, I feel like you could fill a whole fucking book with the greatest mistakes ever made by that company, to be honest.
No, but I think this video is more about they never did a follow. So they did a game that came out together in Rogue and Unity. They both linked to each other in that Arno's father was killed by Shay. Spoilers. And
it means nothing.
How did they never? It means nothing. But that's what imagine if they'd done a sequel with Arno in London, which is the next thing they wanted to go to, but you had it be a culmination moment. An Avengers level event,
an Avengers.
An Avengers level.
You have all the assassins show up. You got you got all the characters from Unity. They come back. You got Maki Desard. He's there. LGBT icon.
Yeah. That's for sure. And the people from Rogue, you thought Adewale shows up. We thought you died.
He died, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Shay
that's kind of crazy that they just killed off Adewale as just Shay just kills him.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He's an important character. He just sort of dies.
Adewale was in 3 different games. He had his own game, really. Freedom Cry. You literally play as Adewale.
True. That's a bad game too.
It's terrible. I don't really remember it.
No, it's just I think it was bad.
Yeah. There's some weird, obscure Assassin's Creed content out there, isn't there?
You know what I mean? Is.
Liberations. What the fuck?
Yep.
Never played that. I mean, I played it a little bit, but I never played it start to finish. I didn't play it as a game.
I think I played it through twice. Dude, once on the Vita, once when it was
I have no idea what happens in it.
It's about she loses her mum or something. She does change her costumes, and then she finds 2 halves of a disc or something, a special first Civ disc, and it has a message in it. This is
a real conversation we're having. James explaining what happens in Liberations. Assassin's Creed Liberations.
The good old days.
Explaining what happens in Assassin's Creed Liberation to Dynamite.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, mate.
My head will always be full of this information. I feel like it's never going to leave
I disagree. It started leaving me finally, but that might be the weed. I don't know. You know what I mean? That might be the weed. I don't know.
Maybe. Possibly. Potentially.
So, it's hard to say. But certainly I feel like I've been forgetting things.
Interesting.
Certainly I feel like I've been forgetting things. But I've been thinking about this a lot recently, and this being the last month of doing podcasts and content and stuff in this space, retiring from essentially the video game industry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not disappearing that I will be back, but I won't be ever talking about games again. That's over.
Mm-hmm.
That's done.
Yeah.
But it's made me think about things, and I want to do some fun stuff. We're gonna do something cool this month, just some send off things. So, stay tuned. But I do think I forget a lot. I've forgotten a lot. I've forgotten a lot about specific parts. I don't think I'll ever forget the Ezio Trilogy stuff. I could know those. I could play No Hard those games 100% all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
Those games will never leave. I think they're too entrenched because I played them each of those games over 20 times each, easily.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, that's so many times to play a game. That's
Yeah.
not as much as I've watched Lord of the Rings, but I know those movies back to front also.
Yeah.
But I don't really remember Rogue at all. And
Right.
I've played that twice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I know, like, flash moments. I probably remember 3 minutes of that game.
Well, I mean,
different
that's
flashes.
like, that's almost half.
Well,
half the game.
that's true. It's
to be
7.5
fair.
minutes. So how long is it? 7 minutes and, like, what they used to say?
11 minutes. 11 minutes.
36 seconds.
Something like that.
Seconds. Yeah,
something like that.
It's like 11.5 minutes long. I used to say
Yeah.
shit like, that's funny. That was a meme. I used to say that all the time adamantly.
That was a good meme, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, that 11.5 minute game. Yeah, true. But I mean that. Like, I don't really remember any moments in it that were important. Like, the only characters I remember are, like, Haytham that's in 3. And Shay himself. Like, Adewale. Like, and not Connor, Achilles. So I don't even remember their names.
True,
but, like, every original character other than Shay from that game, I don't know their names, who they were, or what happened. I don't remember.
Yeah,
like, no one was memorable. I don't know anything about them. The only characters I could tell you is Shay, and then the characters that already were established in previous games.
I don't remember that game. Hope.
Yeah.
You kill her.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but you played this more than me. You played Rogue way more than me.
Maybe. I feel like I played it like 3 times.
You used to think it was the third best game in the franchise, bro.
Well, yeah, I did,
did.
didn't I? Yeah, that's true. I did think that at one point. That's that's all right though. But I think, yeah, true.
Yeah.
I think for me I just have like a really fucking autistic memory. And so
you are autistic.
I think this is all gonna stick. Well, we all are a little bit. You gotta be.
Probably.
But I feel like
evidence is there.
I'm never gonna forget half of this shit, and it's annoying because I recorded the other day for the advent calendar doing my tradition and every single year the Assassin Christmas video. And it was so weird playing Assassin's Creed Syndicate because after like sort of really stepping away from all the Assassin's Creed stuff and not really paying attention to anything that's going on, it just felt like such like this weird abstract game. I'm like, how did this, like, Syndicate is a real game that was made and exists, and when it came out we thought it was good. Like, just so weird. It's just such a weird game. Like, playing through it from like a different perspective, it's so strange. To, like,
I don't
revisit.
remember Syndicate's one. I don't remember. I only played that I think once. I don't think I ever played that the second time.
Mm-hmm. I think I've played it through twice because I did it on the marathon too.
Yeah, it's like I played that once. I played Unity quite a bit. I reckon I've done Unity like 5 or 6 times, maybe 7.
That's too many. That's too many times.
Maybe not 7. That might be too many. But I played it 5 or 6 times.
That game's absolutely fucking atrocious.
Yeah, there's things I like about it, for sure, though. There's something about it that I can't get over. It's what it...
Oh, they do flips and twirls. Best parkour.
I just think, as well, Free Run for Justice really made me like that game quite a bit. I actually have a real soft spot for it, and I think it's because of that. I sort of love the free roam aspect, and it's not really even... I have nostalgia for it, but it's like literally a nostalgia for Free Roam for Justice more than it's a nostalgia for the quality of the game, because I sort of think it's shit. Like, all the side missions sort of suck, but it makes me laugh. Like, when I play them, and I'm like, oh, I remember... Not that I... When I've last played it 3 years ago. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm saying it like I still play it now.
You're just casually booting up Unity right now. You're like, let's do a Paris story.
I don't even have a console to play it on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Oh my god.
But I'm just meaning, like, I remember Unity because I played it more. I don't remember Syndicate. I don't really remember Rogue. It is leaving me. I don't remember the modern day theories I used to have. Like, the guy that's made the Assassin's Creed The Truth videos doesn't exist. I don't even know. I could see a title of the video. I'm like, oh man, I should watch that. I would learn something. I've forgotten. I don't remember. I don't remember, like, the break the code, break the node stuff, but fuck, I'd figured it out. I don't remember it now. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. True, I don't remember that. I think it's a lot of the new era stuff I don't really remember. Like, I don't even know. I honestly don't remember what Valhalla was about. I can barely remember.
Oh, no, I remember what Valhalla was about. Well, it was about Thor, Loki, and that they had, like, a battle in, fucking Asgard, and then Loki reincarnated and tried to then get revenge by killing the reincarnation of Thor.
Yeah.
That is what Assassin's Creed Valhalla's about. And then they're making a sequel, and it's a prequel to Loki's reincarnation.
True, they are doing that.
Yeah.
They are definitely doing that.
That's what Assassin's Creed is about today.
God, it's crazy. They're making like 50 games.
Yeah. And then Thanos shows up. You know?
I hope so.
And he chokes Loki to death.
Well, did you see they put an Iron Man suit in Valhalla? So that's
there we go.
that's cool. I feel like back in the day, if they like Ubisoft putting out all these AC games back in the day, 2016, would have been fucking frothing at the mouth over all the content. Like we're gonna talk about Assassin's Creed on every single podcast. We get to make all this content.
Dude, they pre-announced 3 game projects. Imagine how much preamble content and theory videos we can make for each era that we know is confirmed. You know what I mean?
I could make a blacksmith video on every game. I could be like, what are the blacksmiths going to be like?
Think about every bit of content you'd milk and then times it by 3 different
I would just do it all 3 times.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, think about
you'd
be every day. You'd be a millionaire. You would be making so much money.
It'd be truly terrific. Oh,
yeah.
Man. Those were the days.
Those were the days. And when you wanted to be known for this, you wanted to be the guy.
Yeah.
I did. I was like, fuck, I want to be the guy that everyone goes to for this game. It's fucking me. I know the most. I used to I was like, fuck everyone else. No one knows as much as I know.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, man, I wish I used to watch Esco Blades and Luma and sadly, and Luma and everybody, and used to be like, oh man, I want to be bigger than them. I want to be 10 times bigger than them, and be like, the guy. And I suppose we kind of did that for a bit, which is cool.
Yeah, we did. No, it is crazy to think about. I don't really acknowledge that at all. That was a big goal of mine as a young man, as a teenager. As a teenager, I wanted to be the big Assassin's Creed guy. We were the guys for a while.
We did it, yeah, which is pretty cool. A lot of people say, people think that I think I used to because I was trying to break away from it, but I think I'm in a good position now. So it's looking back on it, I'm not upset that people still see me as they're like, oh yeah, you were the guy for AC. People think that upsets me, but that's really fucking cool. I think that's great. I'm proud of that. That's really cool to have achieved that.
The only other thing I could explain and put into perspective is when I was a kid, obsessed with pro wrestling, loved pro wrestling, loved it. And when I was in university, I got a job, a work experience job, filming for a pro wrestling company. And this was a pretty big company in Melbourne for pro wrestling. They had big shows with and they draw 2,000 people and have international stars that were in WWE or used to be in WWE come. And I remember being in a locker room with Tommy Dreamer, Scotty Too Hotty, Mr. Kennedy, Alberto Del Rio. There was Hurricane. There was 10 guys in that room from WWE that I used to watch as a kid. I remember seeing live in 2005 as a kid, seeing Scotty Too Hotty do the fucking worm, at a WWE live show when I was 10 years old. And I was like, this is the coolest shit ever. And here I'm filming him, and he grabs the camera off of me and to film the crowd as I'm ringside, and then gives it back, and then I'm chatting to him after, and I don't care. At that time, I'm at uni. I don't watch pro wrestling anymore. I didn't give a fuck, really. But then I did stop myself and have a moment. I'm like, this is Tommy Dreamer. I was obsessed with ECW as a kid. Tommy Dreamer, ECW legend. And I was like, holy shit. I met him a bunch of times. He did heaps of shows with us. And I was like, Tyler, you need to pinch yourself because you as a kid... my RuneScape, when I was a kid and played RuneScape, my name was ECW818. That was my RuneScape account name.
That's great.
And I was like, dude, you need to pinch yourself that you are here right now because 10-year-old Tyler will be wetting his pants now, what he's doing. It's just, there's things in life, that you're and this is one of those things. We're the Assassin's Creed guys.
Yeah.
Esco Blades was the biggest channel I felt that I watched in the day. And I'm like, well, your channel's a million times this size, but my channel's double that size. I was like, holy fuck. And I never thought I ever got there. You know what I mean? But I'm like, no, I was there. I was there, like, I wasn't there alone, though, was the only difference. Like, you assume you're just going to do, when you do it, it's just you on your own. But I'm like, I had you, I had Ethan, and George, got to share it.
Yeah. It was cool. Like, us four were the go-to guys for Assassin's Creed for a lot of people. Yeah. And that's just really cool that we, like, had that community and we, like, had that. It was just a really fun time. Like, I think it was some of the most fun was just, like, you know, when the new AC was coming out, we'd, like, hop on a podcast and we'd all talk about it and we just, like, fucking talk shit and, like, there was all these memes and, like, everyone was in on it. It was just, like, it was just fun. It was just a fun time.
Yeah, and, like, as much as I don't care about it now, I still know and am grateful for it all, because if I didn't have that, I wouldn't have my friendships that I have now. And I look back at that day at the Brampton Holt 2 months ago, and the group of people that were there that night, I'm like, this is like family. And I called it like, this is the Four Pillars family. And there was obviously, you know, some people that couldn't make it there, but like, for the most part, that to me is, these are my closest friends that I've made. That the community doesn't, like, it could go and I don't lose these people. Nothing happens to these people. They are my friends. You know, I got a godchild. I've got some of my closest friends in my life. You know what I mean? And we all got to share that sort of evening. And I'm like, if this is what I've gained out of 10 years of us talking about video games and like being an Assassin's Creed guy, I'm like, worth it. This is worth it.
Yeah, it's one of those things you don't think about. Like, when I was aspiring to do, you know, YouTube and stuff, it's like, I want to be a YouTuber, but like, you don't think about all the great people you meet and the great connections you form, and like, I'm really grateful for that. It's really, really nice to have, you know, so many close friends that live in, you know, vastly different places. It's something really special, and I think it's one of the things you don't really think about when you get into when you make your first video and like you want to be a big YouTuber or whatever. And it's just one of those like little things that just ends up happening, and there's just so many people that I've met. It's you know, it's great.
Yeah, and it's nice to at least have a moment to appreciate that in these final episodes, because I'm feeling really, you know, grateful for the time, you know, and that I realize I do have, you know, a month to just properly enjoy this and, you know, go out in a positive way. You know, it's really nice, and know that it's not the end really. It's just the end of an era. Yeah. And it will keep going. You will keep going and doing your thing, and I will be here. You know, I'll still be around, just in a different capacity. So it's just good. It's good.
Sure.
And it's all because I know how to 100% sink that tank mission in Brotherhood in one try. That's all it's been about. That's all it's ever been about. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's what it comes down to at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It is. It's you know, the people of the world are split into people that can complete the tank mission 100% sync and people that can't.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's it.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I bring it down to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But in sort of theme, I guess, for lack of a better word, of this penultimate episode of the As Always podcast, of every year we do the As Always Award nominations, and then next week we announce the awards. So we're going to do that today. Mm-hmm. We've done the Clubhouse ones on yesterday's episode / whenever this comes out, like a week later.
Yeah.
But I need to pull up. So I'm going to pull up the As Always 2021 awards, and we'll just make some new ones.
Sweet.
I'll make a copy. And so we're going to chat through all the different awards. So the awards last year that we had was Game of the Year, Show of the Year, Movie of the Year, Meme of the Year, Guest of the Year, Podcast of the Year, Video of the Year, Blunder of the Year, Clips of the Year, Most Anticipated Game 2022. There were so many awards. Holy shit.
Yeah,
there won't be that many this year, I don't think. I don't think we don't need this many categories next year.
No,
so
neither
let's
do I.
first make the Google form for the... I'm just going to start a new one. We'll try to make a copy. I'm like, fuck that. It's just start a new one. As Always Awards 2022. So, Game of the Year. That's going on there.
Sweet.
Yep, you're with me?
Yep. I'm with you. I got it.
Movie
Here
of
we
the
go.
year?
It's purple. Yeah, movie of the year. Yeah, we'll do all those usual awards.
Show of the year.
Yeah, game, show, movie.
Did we have enough memes?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
James
neither do
deleting
I.
the Discord. Well, I mean, that's blunder of the year. That wins
blunder of the
already.
year, yeah. So blunder of the year will go in there. Yeah, I like that. James deletes Discord.
I mean, I wouldn't call it a blunder. I'd call it
The great success.
the opposite of a blunder.
Yeah, but it's funny.
True.
So we've got to put it in there. Do we need podcast of the year? It would just be Four Pillars episode, surely.
Yeah. It would end up
There
being
was, I mean,
our
don't get me
role
wrong, there
probably
were
or
some
something
really
like
great
that.
episodes this year. There were some great episodes. The Budhouse 1.5 Final Mix episode I really enjoyed with purely because of George's burger story. That was one of my favorite
Oh, yeah.
moments in the podcast of the year, to be honest. That was one of the
burger
great
story.
moments. We were in sunglasses, like baked as. I'm pretty sure I'd done a triathlon that morning. Like, it was just an absolute mess. And George is telling me about how he doesn't remember eating a burger. And it
That was
disappeared.
so dumb.
So dumb.
Oh,
But then
my
I loved our
God.
sleep paralysis episode. Like our sleep
Yeah, that
paralysis
was good.
stories,
That was
nuke
good.
tests, things like that. Existential conversations briefly interrupted by Elvis spanking. Great title. Great title. The Four Pillars in person one was great too. I loved that.
Yep.
There was such a weird one where guests of the year can't work because we didn't have any guests. We had don't get me wrong, we had two guests.
Did we
and they
not
were
have
great.
any guests?
No, we had Maddie, who was great.
Oh, yeah.
We had Random Side Quest, who was fantastic.
Oh, that was this year?
Yeah. And yeah, that was for Horizon Forbidden West, which feels like 2 years ago. That does not feel like that was this year.
Oh, yeah, it was. First guest of the year as well.
Yeah, and then
Like
we
first
had the
podcast,
Conversations boys on, I think, as well at some point, and we had Harlan on. So we actually did have enough to have nominations. I thought we didn't have that.
We didn't do combos this year.
Did we not?
No.
Oh no, maybe I went back too far. Yeah, I went back too far. So we had Random Side Quest, Maddie, Harlan, and I think
That's
was it.
Yeah, that was it.
That's all we've had. I mean, yeah, there's not really any point in doing an awards. They were all great.
No. Yeah, they were good.
Random
yeah.
Side Quest was like a great timed one. I really enjoyed him for what he knew about. It was like bringing a Horizon expert on the week before the game came out, and you and I went from like we were excited about the game to like holy fuck, unbelievably hyped after that episode ended. Like
that was a really good
fantastic.
episode. He was also just like really like cool too. He was just
Such
like
a
a
good
really
sport.
chill guy.
Great sport.
Yeah.
I forgot that podcast happened. That was a great episode.
Yeah, that was
That
a
was
really good episode.
really good episode. I guess maybe we could do podcast of the year. I'd nominate that. That's probably the best As Always podcast of the year, surely.
Yeah, probably.
That was really good.
I mean, there was that period for As Always podcast where every week we just talked about that MCU was bad now. We did it like 3 weeks in a row, and I remember we got like a comment where someone was like, guys, stop talking about this now.
Man, I stopped reading the comments on this podcast so long ago. I don't know what anyone's talking about. I don't know what people like anymore and don't like. I really should read them. I think that's the only one. We had the Obi-Wan debate.
Oh yeah, that was quite fun. That was quite a fun episode.
That was fun. Dude, how good was House of the Dragon this year? Like that was so good. So
That was
good.
fun. That was fun. It was fun doing that spoiler cast too, which is weird because that did not get a lot of views. I expected that to like be an easy
Me
one
too.
to like get.
Lord of the Rings got double the amount of
That's
views.
so fucking weird.
And I'm like, Lord of the Rings sucked. Like, which is
Like,
awful.
it's fucking,
That's
like-
the worst sentence I've ever said. No one clip that. That's not what I meant. I meant the Rings of Power. No one clip that. I have a tattoo. It's my favorite thing on earth. It's
that's
ever existed.
Amazing.
Other than my family. Yeah, no, it's the Rings of Power was bad and House of the Dragon was so good. But the podcast, like, Rings of Power one people liked. But to be fair, even that like episode 1 and 2 breakdown video I did, it was just me doing an hour-long breakdown. I was like, there'll be about 200 people who'll watch that. I'm like, that got me as many views as most of the As Always podcasts get this year. You know what I mean?
It's really weird that House of the Dragon one didn't do that well. It's just like really strange.
It is strange.
I expected it to do alright. Like, it's me and you talking about fucking Game of Thrones. Like, that seems like an easy bet, but
yeah,
you know,
oh, dude,
whatever.
Yeah. I forgot about this random cyclist and I've clicked on it and I'm like, oh yeah, I almost forgot what he looked like and like what his accent sounds like. I'm like, oh, this guy's great. What a nice guy. He was so nice. Oh,
he was a good guy. That was honestly a really fun episode. That was really fun.
Yeah, let's do podcast of the year then, and I'll nominate that.
Yeah.
I was definitely in there. Okay.
I feel like 4 Pillars 31 was pretty fucking funny.
And game of the year, the only game I played this year was Horizon Forbidden West, but also that was a 10 out of 10 game.
Yeah.
And that has to be nominated because that was one of the best games I've ever played, and I fucking adored that. Do you want God of War Ragnarok on there? Is that worthy?
No, but yeah, put it in.
Okay. Yeah. Elden Ring was this year.
Yeah, gotta throw that in.
What else?
Stray.
Did you play that?
Yeah, that's good.
What else did you play?
Anything
Final Fantasy come out this year?
Strangers of Paradise, but that was apparently bad, and I also didn't play it. God, I don't know. Oh, A Plague Tale Requiem. That was good.
Was that good?
Yeah, that was good.
I tried to play games at the start of this year.
Yeah, you did.
I really tried so hard, and then I'm like, I just can't. I really gave it a shot. I finished Halo Infinite. I played Spider-Man Miles Morales. I played Melody of Memory. I played Plague Tale. Oh,
Plague Tale's good.
It was good. Game. I thought it was a good game. It was like a 7 out of 10. It was a solid, nice game.
Yeah.
Plague Tale Requiem?
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you spell Requiem?
I think so.
Okay. Anything else?
I mean, there definitely were things. I've not really played them.
Lego Star Wars.
That game was fucking shit.
Was it shit? Was it? You were really excited about that one.
Oh, it was fucking shit.
Was it? What was so shit about it?
Oh, it's just so boring. Like, it just... I can't. I don't...
Oh, really? Wow, I didn't realize
it just sucked. They made it into, like, this open world. There's, like, a million fucking collectibles and, like, side quests. And, like, you know, like, the fun of, like, Lego Star Wars, the original, was, like, that it was, like... The movies, like, the movie part didn't really matter. Like, you didn't, like, play Lego Star Wars to get, like, a perfect retelling of, like, the Phantom Menace. It was like the funny stuff that came along with it. But in Skywalker Saga, it's like they forget that it's a Lego game. Like, none of that stuff matters. Like, there's missions where you'll be Obi-Wan on Camino and you're just like walking down a hallway for like 5 minutes having a conversation, which is like telling the plot of the film. And I'm like, what? Why is this in the game? That sucks. That's fucking boring. Why is that a thing? It just was, just a fucking disaster.
What the fuck?
There was...
Okay. That sounds awful.
MW2 came out. I've not played that. I'm sure you can throw it. I'm sure throw it in. It's a major game.
And I really like that first one, and I hate Call of Duty. But that first, like, I played the Modern Warfare 1 remake, like, reboot, I guess. And I thought it was really good. And this looked really good too, from what I saw. I just haven't played it and won't play it. I've heard
the campaign was a bit fucked.
Oh,
like,
really?
just didn't live up to the first, like the 2019 one.
Okay.
But I've not played it myself. I might. I don't know.
Okay, that's the games. So Game of the Year nominees are Horizon Forbidden West, God of War Ragnarok, Elden Ring, Stray, Plague Tale Requiem, and Modern Warfare 2. Movie of the year.
What movies came out this year?
Oh, mate, Top Gun Maverick came out this year, motherfucker.
Oh, that's
Top
a
Gun
great one.
Maverick. Elvis came out this year. Phenomenal movie. Fucking awesome. I've not seen that yet, but yeah. I've seen it like 3 times. It's so fucking good. Okay, so good. Popular movies 2022. Okay, I've looked them up. What else?
I tell you what. I went and saw The Menu the other day. That's probably my favorite movie of the year, I reckon.
Gaz messaged me the other day and he says I have to see it. Like, he literally like, if you only see one movie this year, it's The Menu.
It's very, very good. Yeah, that's a very good film.
Otherwise, I'll literally be getting text from Gaz in 5 minutes screaming, "What the fuck? Why didn't you do this?" I saw lots of movies this year, but like to that level, how many like good ones? And some of them, like the Oscar movies, they don't come out till January for me, so I consider them this year, but they're technically last year.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, I feel like a lot of the best movies I saw at the start of the year, but I'm like, wait, technically they're last year movies, but I couldn't talk about them last year because they hadn't come out yet. The Grey Man was really good. I don't know if it's movie of the year quality, but if you didn't see that with Chris Evans, Ryan Gosling, I really liked that movie.
I have only heard it was terrible.
I really liked it. I really enjoyed that. It's not as good as like what the Russo brothers normally do. Like, it wasn't that level, but I like that was a fun enough Netflix action movie. I enjoyed that. Sure.
There was the new All Quiet on the Western Front. That was very good.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
I reckon we could nominate that. I think that was pretty damn good.
Okay. You saw it?
I did, yeah.
Yep. I saw so many movies. What the fuck? But none of these, like, I'm looking at the list, I'm like, where are the movies I'm thinking of? Comedies, action movies. Like, to be fair, I haven't even seen Top Gun Maverick on the list yet. That was like the biggest movie of the year, so I don't know what the fuck they're showing. Oh no, there we go. Funny. What the fuck?
Was there any like major? Was there like any major franchise films that were
Secrets
good?
of Dumbledore movie was terrible.
Did you see it?
So bad. Yeah, well, I've never seen the first 2, but I go to the movies with my friends, and one of my friends loves Harry Potter, and she's like, "No, we have to see that." And I was like, "Yeah, it's your turn to pick, so I don't care. I'll see it."
I feel like if you love Harry Potter, you'd hate it more because they're like bad.
Well, she just sort of there's people that just like to see things. It doesn't have. They're not, looking at it the same way we're looking at it.
Just liking to see the thing. Hey, it's Hogwarts. I know that one. Good movie.
Yeah. Okay.
If that were me, I think I'd off myself.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
There was like Doctor Strange. That movie was fucking appalling.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Thor: Love and Thunder. I like that. You like that too. I probably wouldn't nominate it. It's not the level of Elvis and Top Gun Maverick, but I liked it. I thought it was a good movie.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Oh my god! Yes, that was this year. Great movie. If anything, of all the movies this year, that was the movie that stood out the most to me. And when I was thinking about doing this list the other day, this movie was in my head. I don't know why I forgot about it. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
And I think also, just to, be on brand, we got to throw Sonic the Hedgehog 2 in there.
I fucking hate you.
It's gotta go on there. It can't not. It's a classic. It also slapped. More worthy than the first movie, I would say.
Put it in. I'm not writing it in.
Okay, I'll do it. I'm just going to copy paste it. Oh, yeah. There we go.
Oh, God.
That's the same amount now as
some good movies on there. Like,
games.
Top Gun Maverick was absolutely phenomenal. Elvis, phenomenal.
Yeah.
The Menu, I've heard. It's incredible. All Quiet on the Western Front, I haven't seen. You say it's good. Everything Everywhere All at Once, man. I couldn't stop thinking about that movie for a week. Like, I went out of that movie feeling like my life perspective had changed. It was insane.
Yeah, that was very good.
Definitely on there.
I'm not sure if there's like a major one we're forgetting, but I think we've like hit all the...
Yeah, those are the ones.
All the big ones.
I think I kept feeling like there was something missing, and it was Everything Everywhere All at Once for me. Once you said that, I was like, yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good.
Cool.
Would you say the Batman deserves to be on there?
Oh, that was this year too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it does deserve a spot. Yeah,
let's say the Batman. Yeah, let's say the
yeah.
Batman too. Yeah. That was a good movie. I really liked the Batman.
Yeah, that was very good.
I don't think it wasn't my movie of the year by any stretch, but I thought it was a really good movie.
Yeah, no. But yeah,
TV shows, House of the Dragon.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
House of the Dragon, 100%. Do we put Rings of Power on there for the lols?
It was definitely one of the shows that came out this year.
It was. People liked it, but I didn't like it.
Yeah, should we put it on just
so deceiving. It really upset me how good those first episodes were. It really, dude, it bothers me more. I just wish the whole show had been bad. It annoys me that I thought it was really good for a minute, and then it really just was like, we're going to become She-Hulk for the rest of the series.
That's
right. Like, where did that come from? Why did that happen?
Talking about shows, She-Hulk. Yeah, no, I'm joking. Yep. Don't do it.
There's a show called Gaslit that came out starring Julia Roberts this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Weird. Look, I don't want to put... The Last Kingdom. Was that the last year? When did that last season come out?
Oh, it was the last.
Was that the start of this year?
Was it not? December?
Maybe it was the end of last year. Maybe it was. Man, that doesn't feel like that long ago. That feels like a few months ago.
Oh no, it was March. It was March this year.
Fuck yeah, I thought it was this year. Like,
yeah,
Luke
throw
was
that in
and stuff. It feels way more recently.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great show. It's one of my favorite Netflix shows. I fucking love The Last Kingdom. Cobra Kai as well. Season 5 absolutely slapped. It was so good. That show kills it every fucking year. It's ridiculous. Dude, and in February, season 4 comes out. Fuck yes. I cannot wait for you. That's such a good show.
That's a very
such a good show. Dharma has to go in there, I think, as well.
I have not seen that. But sure, throw it in. Yeah.
Man, that really, I was with the boys, as in Community Boys. I was with Ben Parker more than anyone. He and I were alone for 3 hours one morning in Norwich. And we waked and baked. And we watched the first episode of Dharma, and it is the most anxiety-inducing television I've ever seen in my fucking life. And we were absolutely shitting ourselves watching it. He was looking, he's like, dude, I can't even watch anymore. I'm just watching top 25 football goals of all time on YouTube. And then just looking at once in a while because he had such bad anxiety, he couldn't look at the screen. He was trying to distract himself. And I was just sitting there in I couldn't move. I was in sleep paralysis, forced to watch this agony-inducing television show, but I couldn't take my eyes off it. I watched the whole thing.
That's a lot.
But controversial. Some people didn't like that they did a show on him.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I can understand it too, but for sure, get over it. No, I'm just joking. Obviously, it's a joke. It's a joke.
Oh god. I've been watching 1899, which is quite good. I've not finished it, but I think it's a pretty damn good show. So I would probably throw that in there, I reckon.
But you haven't finished it?
I haven't finished it, but it's
close enough to finish it that you can be sure that it's going to be a good show at the end.
I'm more than halfway. It's only 8 episodes. I'm 5 in, so
I think put that in if you want to.
All right, let's do that.
I want to submit The Boys. Season 3 was outstanding of The Boys. A show, when I finally started watching it, I was like, man, this is not good as everyone said it was. Season 1 was pretty decent. Season 2 I thought was average up until the last 2 episodes were phenomenal. And then I just jumped onto Season 3 because it was the week of the last episode that I finally caught up. And man, season 3 slapped the whole way through. Such a good show. Such a good show, The Boys. That's 6. We don't necessarily need any more.
We don't.
There were some really bad shows this year. I'd love to shout them out. So first we'll shout out to, before anything, Hugh Janus. That's the first thing. How I Met Your Father, the spin-off sequel show to How I Met Your Mother. Terrible. Awful. There was shout out to Moon Knight and She-Hulk as well.
Obi-Wan, fuck me.
No.
Fuck me. Fuck me.
I don't accept that. I want to actually nominate it for best show.
Absolutely get fucked.
I would have, but I didn't even want to bring it up because I didn't want to even have this conversation. I
would quit right now. We would not be doing a final podcast.
Yeah,
I will not.
okay.
I will not speak of Obi-Wan ever
fucking
again.
Dramatic.
What a fucking travesty. Whoever made that, everyone who was involved in that, including Ewan McGregor, should be lined up and shot in the head. That 100% is what needs to happen. Fuck all of those people.
And Christian Ewan McGregor. Publicly executed.
Execute them. Fucking execute them. I'll pull the damn trigger.
Yeah, okay. Right, you heard it first, ladies and gentlemen. Threats of death on the lives of the cast and crew of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I've been hearing good things about Andor though. Like I've only been hearing very good things.
Me too, but also Star Wars fans are dumb as fucking.
Well, that's the thing. The
You know
dumb
what I mean?
fans. I've heard a lot of people like that would normally be like hyping up these shows, being like, "Oh, it's just really boring." Whereas there's other people that like the opposite people are like, "No, this is actually really good." So I feel like this is a show that's like good if you like good things. If you like Star Wars, you probably won't like it.
Yeah, because
and I kind of want to watch it
dumb,
like
we know
out of
that.
spite towards Star Wars fans because I kind of enjoy that. But I don't know.
Then you'll
Maybe
get
I'll
like
watch it at
sort
some
of into
point.
Star Wars by proxy again, and then you'll just lead to darkness.
No way. No way
It
would
only
I.
leads to darkness.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you hate everything. Why does James just hate everything?
True. That's true.
So
That's a good
negative.
point. I truly do hate everything.
Man, the Rings of Power bums me out still, bro. Dude, that first 2 episodes, dude. That opening 7 minutes, I was like, man, I've waited 10 years to see something like this. I've waited my whole life to see First Age history told on live action. And I got it, and I was blown away. And then,
That's really rough.
And then we got fucking... Oh, I don't even want to... Yeah. Just... Yeah. Awful. Awful.
Yep.
Yeah, so shout out to... Anyway, Hugh Janus. The shows of the year: House of the Dragon, The Last Kingdom, Cobra Kai, Dharma, 1899, and The Boys. That's pretty good. Those are some really good shows. And the only one I hadn't seen is 1899. And those are like... I don't know what I'd pick. There were some really good shows. Cobra Kai was so good.
I think
The
I'd
Last
go with House
Kingdom
of the
was so
Dragon.
good.
I think got to be House of the Dragon. That show blew me away week to week.
It did blow me away too. Yeah, it did blow me away too. But it was also week to week. The Last Kingdom was all at once, and that was such a good show. I fucking love The Last Kingdom. So was Cobra Kai. Dude, it's tough. The Boys was also really good. That was so good. Yeah. No, I'm probably with you, but I need to think about that over the week.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what other categories should we bring in? We've got Blunder of the Year, Podcast of the Year. Let's focus on Podcast of the Year. So we've got one nomination, Horizon Forbidden West preview, thoughts and theories with Random Side Quest, as always, podcast 157.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I want to put in the Bud House 1.5 final mix because of the burger story alone stands that podcast in history.
Mm-hmm.
It was just absolutely terrific.
Yep.
I think the Some other good Four Pillars. There's a bunch of Four Pillar podcast ones that are just amazing.
Yeah, there were some good ones. That
Our
sleep paralysis one was good. Yeah, throw that in.
That should go in there. That was really good. The news. What else did we talk about? Let's look at the timestamps. George fucked up his car. Sleep paralysis stories and dream segments. I hated that segment.
Oh my god, that was so good. That's my favorite.
Oh, such a dumb segment. So fucking embarrassing. Bunch of fucking liars. Their fucking stories in the comments. Like, I give a fuck.
Do episode 39 as well, the IRL episode. You know, I literally have the form. I can do it myself. Oh shit.
Oh god, stop clicking on things.
There we go.
What are you doing?
There you go.
I'm trying to type things and you're like ruining it.
Nailed it. Is there any other As Always episodes we want to throw in? Do we throw in did we do Clubhouse episodes last year? Oh, we did. We did like 2 Four Pillars, 2 As Always, and 2 Clubhouse last year.
Oh dude, we can't even pick a Clubhouse.
Yeah, I don't know how we would. Yeah.
There were so many. We went through it yesterday. And wasn't there a Clubhouse nominations for the best titles?
Yeah.
Not necessarily the best episodes.
There were some very good episodes.
Dude, Clubhouse. Let's be honest, Clubhouse had a year this year. Like, those episodes were good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of one where we, in particular, like really fucking lost it. I feel like there was some of those.
Our IRL episode, the Cut Crush, that was really good.
That was good, yeah.
That was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I think that should be in there.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
No, yeah, I think so, yeah, for sure. I'm just scrolling through and a little look at these. And maybe Church of As Always was a good one. I feel like that was the one where we came up with the Christian thing, and that was the running meme, and it was just really funny every time.
I guess, but I thought As Always Airways was better because coming up with that show was genius.
True.
Like that shows literal genius on our part.
Yep, that is a good point. That was the first time.
The As Always Airways segment, Spider-Man Take Me Home the Homemade Way, bro. Bro, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
It's so fucking
You're gonna
stupid.
tell me it's not Spider-Man No Way? What was it called? Spider-Man Take Me Home the Homemade Way, dude.
Oh god.
Fuck me. I'm trying to load up more on Patreon, but it's not fucking.
I feel like with these titles, the titles are great, but I forget what the episode was about.
Dude, you already know. As Always Airways. Has to be. I don't know what episode number that was.
141.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. That's 6. 3 Four Pillars, 1 As Always, 2 Clubhouse. That's an even enough split.
Cool. Let's go with that.
Great. What are the other categories? From last year.
We had clip of the year, but we haven't done clips this year, so we can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, we've done a couple of clips.
A couple, but not many.
Well, let's have a look first. Let's not just dismiss it. Okay.
All right.
For
Let's have a
example,
look.
have you ever had these symptoms after playing a video game from
Oh
Clubhouse?
my god, that was.
We
That was
got that as well.
That has got to be up for topic of the year on Clubhouse Awards
Has
for
to
sure. That was so good.
That was so fucking good. That was Nick Zan.
It was Nick Zan, yeah.
Yeah. The top comment, Tyler's laugh sounds like Lego R2D2 dying.
Yeah. That's so fucking funny. Did you see the clip of that I posted on?
I sure did.
That was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
That's great.
What episode of Clubhouse was that? Was that the Staying Alive? That was the Staying Alive by Bee Gees gospel version.
That's great. That's a good episode. That was a good episode.
Great episode. Okay, clip of the year. I feel I can make it. Yeah.
Okay, but most of the clips are all me. Oh, there's some from Ethan here. A bit lower down.
There's Four Pillars podcast gets hijacked.
What was that?
That was funny. That was when Josh edited in Joe into everything, the posters in the background and stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's a good clip.
That was a good clip. That was a really good clip. And that involves everybody, you know?
Yeah, that was a good clip. We're
inclusive here. But have you ever had these Sims playing a video game? I feel like people won't know when they just read that. How can we name that without...
Nick Zan has a stroke because of Celeste.
Stroke after playing Celeste, yeah.
Yeah.
Nick has a stroke after playing... No, it was heart attack.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because he was talking about his heart racing and shit. It was hilarious. So funny, him almost dying. What have we got here? What's one of your clips that you think stands out?
My old political takes clip is really funny.
Where's that?
Second row, right at the end.
My old political takes were so cringe. Oh, let's have a look at that. Let's watch that.
It was just funny because everyone in chat watched it.
Can we watch it?
Yeah, sure. I won't copyright strike you.
Yeah, thank you. All right, I'm gonna play it in 3. Josh, this is for Josh to put in. 3, 2, 1, play.
Saying that it's hate speech to say both genders. I can't do this anymore. They're just eating each other alive.
It's the regressive left.
Attacking people with their own delusions. Does nobody value facts anymore?
Oh my god.
I'm reacting to your reaction.
I really said facts funny. Don't care about your feelings.
Does no one care about facts anymore? Yeah, that's funny. I like that. Let's put that in.
That's a good clip.
That's a really good clip. That was funny. That's really funny. And maybe we'll pick one of Ethan's. I feel like there were some funny clips from Ethan. Oh no! Can I put Lasers reacts to AC Odyssey Valhalla crossover? That was funny as fuck. Was that this year? No, it's December 25th, 2021.
Oh no!
It's Rain V.
Oh my god!
That's so funny.
Oh god, it's so stupid. Oh man.
That was really bad. I was not gonna like that. That was a really good clip, but technically last year. Sorry.
Yeah, that sucks. Oh, I tell you, my grower versus shower clip, that was fun. I like that. That whole little where I'm like talking about why being a grower is better 100% of the time.
Let me have a look. Is this funny?
I think it was funny. I just went off on one, all off the top of my head, just talking absolute shit. You commented on it. You said, "Bro, what the fuck are you talking about?"
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I'm gonna play. Can we listen to this from this? I need to react to this again if I actually comment on it.
Sure.
Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Grower supremacy, logic, grower supremacy, Venus, Denus. Oh god. Okay. Right, pull the clip up. Let's watch it. Jesus
I got it.
Christ. Okay, 3, 2, 1, play.
James isn't.
And you're playing the greatest game of all time.
Hey, yeah, obviously.
I mean, yeah, that sounds about right. But if we're being honest with ourselves, if we're being really honest with ourselves, being a grower is better 100% of the time because. And I'll give you a reason, right?
Here we go.
If it's small, when it's soft, right?
Tell
you're like,
James.
oh, I'm flaccid, and it's like 2.5 inches, right?
Solid.
You're like, oh, that's tiny. And a girl sees it. She's like, fuck me. That is an abomination. That's tiny. But then, you know, you cast your magic. You cast your enlargement charm. And boom, you got a strong 5.5 inches, right? A strong 5.5 inches, right?
That's true,
it's
yeah.
strong.
That
You've
is
added girth to it as well.
Yep.
She's going to think, that's a lot bigger than it was before.
It
and
was.
relatively speaking, it's going to look big, right? Just don't ever stand next to someone that's, you know, like 7 or 8 inches, because then it won't,
here's
that
where
won't
you're losing
work.
me.
If
Here's
you
where
know
you're losing
she
me.
was looking at something that's, you know, it's like 2.5 inches, like that's you know, it's tiny. You grow to a strong 5.5 inches. That's gonna, to her, that's gonna look like 7 inches. You're not gonna be able to tell, because you're gonna be like, that's so much bigger than it was before. By comparison, it's gonna be big. It's
Dude,
like when you see a
talk for another
puppy.
minute and a half. What are you
Okay,
talking
just
about?
hear me out first. You see a puppy, it's 8 weeks old, you can pick it up in one hand, right? You can hold it, you can pick it up in one hand, and it's just a tiny little puppy.
What the
You
fuck
don't
are
see
you
it again
talking about right
for
now?
6 months. It grows to like this size. It's big. It's bigger. They're like, whoa. Look how much he's grown. Blimey, he's
That's what she
massive
said.
now.
Yeah,
right?
that's what she said. Yeah.
Compare that dog to a Great Dane. It's still a small dog. It's still a small dog, right?
Oh,
but compared to what it looked like as a puppy, you're like, whoa, it's so big. You know, what a big dog.
Yeah.
And
that's what breed of dog you
applies
bought.
to a penis.
Penis. Yeah. Okay.
So what I'm saying is, it's always better.
You did lose
to
me
be
though.
a
You've really
grown
gone off on a
short.
tangent.
It's always better. It's
You
always
totally
better,
went
because
off
if you're
track
a
there
short,
by a
it just-
lot.
You've laid
The original
your cards
point
out
almost
from-
made sense,
from
and
the-
then you
from the
totally
first second,
derailed it.
right?
I
With this
barely
dog.
remember
Whether you flash
doing
it or
this.
not, that's it. That's all you've got, right? That's all you've got. So if you're still a strong 5.5 inches, and I'm strong, it is strong. It's a strong 5.5 inches, right? If you grow nothing at all when you get hard, it's just the same.
So
it's
dumb.
exactly the same.
I can't watch
So
it
if
anymore.
she
There's someone
thinks
else
it's
shut it off.
below average
It's-
at that
it's-
point,
totally lost me.
doesn't matter
I
how
don't know
hard
what
you
the fuck
get,
you're talking about.
you're still below average.
No
You're not
wonder you left that
improving.
comment.
But if you
I
Oh
get
my
it now.
God.
I don't even remember looking
And
at the
then
comment,
it
but
grows.
I get it now. 'Cause that was
she's gonna be like,
great.
wow, that's bigger, and it'll be impressive. So what I'm saying is, that's
Oh, man.
better for
What
you.
else did we do? What
There you
other
go.
clips are there?
Good. I'm glad we're all in agreement. Cockology class.
I feel like, I mean, if there's
I feel
one
like
more good
Ethan
one we can throw
P
in.
put up a good clip that I really liked this year. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Ubisoft moment.
Maybe. I thought it was like GTA. Like, I like as a simple 20
Put up.
second, 10-second clips.
You put up two.
Are you
Advertisement
being
goes
breathed
wrong.
on by a heavy breathing pervert? Here, try phone gun. Shoot your phone.
Oh no! No! That was
The advertisement goes wrong is pretty good, actually.
That was so not
That was
the
funny.
plan.
Advertisement goes wrong. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't hit play. Josh, figure that out. Just put it in the background. But that is a good clip. I like that clip. Let's put that in. I like
Yeah,
that.
put it in. I think it deserves a nomination. It's a funny clip.
Funny clip. Clip of the year. Podcast of the year. Blunder of the year. James released the Discord. We should just only have that option in there.
Yeah, only have that.
I'm going to put that in there, though. So, Blunder of the year nominations are delete James released 4 Pillars Discord. Nominate other blunders this year. Noteworthy ones, anyway. Feel like it was just that. So, let's leave that in.
Not from us, anyway.
Not from us. No, not from us.
We don't blunder.
No, we don't. Just James. So the if you want to vote on the AsAlways Awards, the link will be in the description of the YouTube version. I'm sure we'll tweet it out. Go find it there. Our Twitters, all that are in the description, I'm pretty sure. So,
Yeah.
figure that out. And yeah, go vote. So let's go through them. Game of the Year 2022, the AsAlways Awards, the final awards. So next episode will be the end of year awards, and we'll be reminiscing about the history of the show. It's the last episode of the AsAlways podcast. James and I together again, one last time. So let's go through the awards you can vote on. Game of the Year, the nominees are Horizon Forbidden West, God of War Ragnarok, Elden Ring, Stray, Plague Tale Requiem, and Modern Warfare 2. Movie of the year, Top Gun Maverick, Elvis, The Menu, All Quiet on the Western Front, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, The Batman. Show of the year, House of the Dragon, The Last Kingdom, Cobra Kai, Dharma, 1899, The Boys. Blunder of the year, James Lewis 4 Pillars Discord. Podcast of the year, Horizon Midwest preview thoughts and theories with random side quests, as it was podcast 157. Budhouse 1.5 Final Mix 4 Pillars Podcast episode 32. Our sleep paralysis stories, nukes tests are terrifying and more. 4 Pillars Podcast 36. The end of the 4 Pillars, aka the IRL episode. 4 Pillars Podcast episode 39. The Cut Crush Clubhouse Podcast 147. IRL episode 2. As Always Airways Clubhouse Podcast 141. A lot of great Clubhouses. Hard to pick those for sure. Clips of the year. Nick has a heart attack after playing Celeste. 4 Pillars Podcast gets hijacked. My old political takes were cringe. Why being a grower is better 100% of the time. Advertisement goes wrong.
Nice. You did a good job. This is good. Awards. This is good. Those are some good nominees, I think.
They are good.
This was good.
And when I look back at the awards last year, I really think the movies, games, and TV shows were better this year than last year. We put 3 fucking Marvel shows in the Show of the Year nominations.
Oh my god.
Squid Game, Sex Education, and You. You was the best show of all those.
That was last year's shows were kind of dead. You was the only one there that I'd say was like actually outstanding. Oh, Squid Game, I guess, was also very good.
I thought Sex Education was really good. I like that.
I have not seen it.
I mean, I still love fucking the Winter Soldier. I stand by that. Oh, whatever. Fuck everything. I'm not fucking backing down. I'm not letting everyone ruin what I love. And then movies was Dune, Free Guy, Shang-Chi, Quiet Place, Luca, The Witcher, Nightmare of the Wolf. Yeah.
Wow, The Witcher, Nightmare of the Wolf. Fucking hell. Dune was good though. Luca was great.
Yeah, that's not many great movies though. But that's what I mean. Like the best movies of that year, I would nominate this year because I hadn't seen them last year. Like when you're talking Nightmare Alley. Like Belfast.
Nightmare Alley's very good.
Those Oscar movies this year were fucking terrific, but I hadn't seen them yet. And then I can't.
I guess they wouldn't. Like they wouldn't. Yeah, it's like if anything came out like
in December and January.
Yeah, so technically they should probably should have nominated them actually because.
Yeah,
because
I know, I agree. Well,
it's like how the Game Awards works, like how any award show works. Like there's a cut-off point for that year, and then those qualify for next year.
And December should almost qualify, but especially if they come out in 2022 in my country, like when I can see them, like what do you fucking want to do? True. Oh well. So so many good movies. Anyway, Nope also came out, but I don't quite think that deserves a nomination this year, personally. But that is what it is. Again, go vote. Link to the Google form. James is going to put it in the description so James needs to fucking remember.
Yep.
But yes, I think that's... Is there anything else, James, you need to talk about in this episode?
I don't think so.
All right, then. Short and sweet. We've nailed it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the As Always podcast, the penultimate episode, the second to last episode. Go vote for the As Always Awards 2022. And if you could, please support us over on patreon.com/As Always for our final month of As Always. And then James will relaunch in the new year. And we appreciate everyone's support and that has been supporting us over the years and supports us now. So thank you to Baron Keane, Condorcito Sam is paying James's water bill, Damien the Not So Orange Gnome, Ferentino, Flash Paradox, Jordan O'Toole, King Richard III, Radok, Tyler the Goat, Ballsack 47, Aragon, Kimasaba Gamer, Cream Pies, Alfie Rodbert, Andrew. Ashton is sad to see Clubhouse go, but as Semisonic once said, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Big Dick 669 and Unban Higgins is thankful for his sick brethren, Benedict Clubbers, BFHC, Biggest Fucking Virgin Bodge, Biko Evel of the Elder, Brian Ford, Call Me Daddy, Callum Thefmus, Kelly, Christian 0210, Connor Rosebull in the Alley, Eli, Epic Alaric, Redito Hacker, Ethan Dean, Fishy, Furious Coco, Gene, Ginkgo Swank, Gwen Hughes, Hamid the Weeb, Jack DG 1998, Jane B. Bennett, James, and also Earl Jones, Joe the Founder Scarab, John Lang, Josh Juvillier, Josh J. Anderson, Liam Loden, Lucas R05, Lumistrad, Murray 5380, Master Bass, Max H, Muddy Unicorn, Nick Miller, Otical World 7, Best of Ever, Mike Brandy, Play the Rule, Son of a Bitch, OG Doggo, Spiker Bucks, Bella, Jack Blue Cow, Tony Walshy, and Zeppo. Thank you, you sweet vintage lifestyle pounds podcast. We will see you all for the final episode of the As Always podcast and Clubhouse in just a couple of weeks' time. We'll see you then. Thank you so much. Woo! Goodbye. See you later.
See you later, everybody.